So children, now already you have watched the video how separating funnel works. How can we separate the mixtures of oil and water? Now let's do the same part from your NCRT book. So this is your NCRT, and you see there is a question here: how can we separate a mixture of two immiscible liquids? So first of all, I want to discuss what do you mean by immiscible liquids. So children, the liquids which do not mix with each other are called immiscible liquids. The liquids which do not mix with each other. Suppose the examples are oil and water. Oil and water both are liquids, but they do not mix with each other. Okay, but if I take an example of alcohol and water, both of them will mix, they will dissolve amongst themselves, they will mix with each other. So they are called miscible liquids. So the liquids which mix together are called miscible liquids, and the liquids which do not mix or which do not dissolve in one another are called immiscible liquids. So here you will write down a question: what do you mean by immiscible liquids? Or define immiscible liquids. So the answer is the liquids which do not mix together or the liquid which do not dissolve amongst each other are called immiscible liquids, and the example is oil and water. Okay, so I have given you the question, I have also given you the answer. Now children, let's move on here. There is an activity in your book which I have shown you through a video. Okay, so let's do that activity from your NCERT also. Let us try to separate kerosene oil from water using a separating funnel. Pour the mixture of kerosene oil and water in the separating funnel. Let it stand undisturbed for some time so that the separate layers of oil and water are formed. Open the stopcock of the separating funnel and pour out the lower layer of water carefully. Close the stopcock of the separating funnel as the oil reaches the stopcock. So this is an example of separating funnel. We have put a mixture of oil and water in the separating funnel and we have closed it with a stopcock. Now the mixture is left undisturbed for some time. Now because we have left them undisturbed, the heavier oil will go at the the heavier water, because water is more denser, so the heavier water will settle down, but the or lighter oil will be on the top. Now what we'll do, we will bring a beaker here, we will place a beaker here, and we will open the stopcock. Now as soon as we will open the stopcock, the water from here will move to the beaker. Now you have to be careful that regarding that as the water will come down or the water will be emptied into the beaker, the oil will start coming down. So you have to be careful and you have to see that as soon as oil reaches here, you have to close the stopcock. Otherwise the oil will also come into the beaker. So you have to be careful. As soon as the oil reaches this point, you have to close the stopcock, then remove this beaker and bring another beaker, empty beaker, and then open the stopcock. Then in this beaker all the oil will be collected. This is how you can separate the two liquids which are miscible. Now if I put a solution of water and alcohol in this, they will not get separated through a separating funnel, because oil and alcohol are mixed together. They mix with each other. So I cannot separate them through a separating funnel. Okay, so children, this is your next question. First question I told you, define immiscible liquids. I also told you the answer. Now the second question is, how can we separate a mixture of two immiscible liquids? This is your question and this is your answer along with the diagram. So you will write the whole activity and the diagram. So two questions are done now. Now we will come to the next part here of the page, applications. To separate mixture of oil and water. First application. Second, in the extraction of iron from its ore. Now children, you know that iron is collected from the ground, from the earth, and when we collect iron from the earth, it is not pure iron. It is a mixture of lot of things. It is a mixture of mud, it is a mixture of stone, and it has also few other metals mixed in it, and that iron which is raw is called its ore. Now what we do, we bring this ore to the industry and we separate all the other things from the ore to find out iron from it. I just want iron. I do not want stones. I do not want mud. I do not want any other metal. I only want iron. So how will I get iron? I will first take out other things, take out unwanted things, and what is left is with me will be the iron. So what I do, I will heat this ore. I will heat this ore, and as soon as I will heat this ore, the ore will melt. It will melt, and when it is melted, the different layers, or you can say the slag. Why do I say it's slag? Because that is unwanted. Jitna bhi unwanted material hai, that is called slag, and that is lighter. Iron is heavy na, so iron will also melt, slag will also melt, but because iron is heavier, it will go to the bottom, and the slag which is lighter will be at the top. So now I can remove the iron from the slag, and this is how separating funnel is used for the separation of iron from its ore. So these are the two applications. So your third question here is, what are the applications, or where, rather you should write, where can the technique of separating funnel be used? Where can the technique of separating funnel be used? Or you can also write the question, what are the various applications of separating funnel? What are the various applications of separating funnel? So these 2 points are the answer. The whole paragraph is the answer. Then children, last and the most important part, the principle. What is the principle on which the separating funnel is working? What is the principle? The principle is density. That means the denser layer will be at the bottom, the denser liquid will be at the bottom, and the lighter liquid will be at the top. So the principle is that immiscible liquids have different densities, and because of those different densities they separate out in layers. Okay, so the principle is that they have different densities. So what will be your next question? What is the principle on which the immiscible liquids separation is based? What is the principle on which the immiscible liquids separations are based? So this is your question, and the answer are these 3 lines is your answer. So I have given you 4 questions from the topic immiscible liquids and separating funnel, and I hope I am clear with this third method of separation.